James 4:16. The Sari pulls the terrified Loeb into the birdcage and continues preaching at him. As it is, you boast in your piggish arrogance, proud of your cleanliness and fashion. All such boasting is evil. Maybe just to shake things up, you should spend some time in the dirty birdcage to learn humility instead of just living as things are all the time. James 4:17. Loeb convinces the Sari that the birdcage is a little too extreme, but they can finish their conversation in the basement. Brought this low, Loeb is repentant. He confesses that he knows he shouldn't boast like that, and he should say Lord willing when talking about the future. The Sari says, knowing the right thing isn't quite good enough. So whoever knows the right thing and still fails to do it, for him it is sin. Finally convinced that Loeb has learned his lesson, the Sari stops preaching to Loeb and disappears for good, finishing off James 4. James 3:1. Loeb is jumping over the ham on the balcony and showing his brothers, who are watching from below, how to do it. They all think that they could teach better than he does, but he tells them that they don't want to become teachers. Teachers are judged more strictly on the art of jumping. James 3:2. This story has two parts. First, as Loeb goes into his bedroom, he bumps the ham, and it starts rolling across the floor. He keeps trying to avoid it because he's annoyed by it, but no matter which way he turns, he always seems to be stumbling over it. Second, this irritates him so much that he almost starts swearing. But he decides for some reason that if he doesn't swear, he won't trip. He subscribes to the philosophy that if anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is perfect, able to keep control of his body too. Nevertheless, he continues tripping over the ham through our story. James 3:3. The ham keeps rolling around even into the bathroom. Loeb starts thinking about some way to control it while he prepares to brush his teeth. As he puts his toothbrush into his mouth while jumping over the ham, it reminds him of something. When we put bits into the mouths of horses to make them obey us, we can guide their whole bodies as well. Maybe there would be an easy way to tame this crazy thing rolling around the floor, or at least to control it. James 3:4. The ham rolls against the magenta ladder and almost knocks it over. At the same time, large, strong winds from the window almost knock over the ladder in the other direction. Loeb compares the two forces, the big force of the wind and the small force of the little ham on the floor. Because of the wind, he thinks of the analogy of a ship. Even though ships are large and are driven by strong winds, they are controlled by a very small rudder. Then he realizes the analogy doesn't really work. In that case, it's just based on what the pilot directs. In this case, the ham is just rolling around wherever it wants to go.